Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine while walking through a dark forest at night? That feeling that you're being watched? Imagine a path, barely there, leading you deeper into the woods, where moonlight struggles to break through the canopy. At the edge of this forest, cloaked in mist and secrets, stands a mansion. A place whispered about in hushed tones, a place known as Himuro Mansion. The legend has haunted Japan for decades, blurring the line between fact and folklore. Those who claim to have found it describe the same chilling scene. A decaying gate emerging from the fog, a creaking bridge groaning under their weight, and a silence so profound it feels like the forest itself is holding its breath. The air is heavy, still. There are no birds, no wind, just the oppressive presence of the mansion, a paradox of forgotten elegance and sheer terror. Crossing the threshold is like stepping into another world. The air is thick with the smell of mildew, dust, and something else. Something metallic, like old blood. Every step on the warped floorboards echoes like a warning. One hallway, known as the Rope Hallway, is particularly infamous. It's long and narrow, lined with paper doors scarred by deep scratches, as if something or someone desperately tried to claw their way out. From the ceiling, blackened ropes dangle, some tied into nooses. Visitors swear they sway on their own, moved by invisible hands. Deeper inside, the tatami room holds a perverse serenity. But look closer. The mats are slashed and desperate. Bloody handprints stain the walls. Drag marks tell a story of a violent struggle. Legend says this is where the Rope Shrine Maiden once slept, awaiting a ritual too horrific to comprehend. People who enter this room report hearing faint, sorrowful humming, but they are always alone. Then there's the room of the broken mirror. Shards of glass litter the floor, remnants of a ceremonial mirror said to reflect the boundary between the living and the dead. If you dare to look into the largest shard, they say you won't see your own reflection, but the terrified faces of spirits trapped within. The story behind this place is as chilling as its decaying walls. Located just outside Tokyo, the mansion was supposedly built on a cursed gateway between worlds. To keep this evil sealed, the Himuro family performed a gruesome ritual every 50 years. A baby girl was chosen to be the Rope Shrine Maiden, raised in total isolation to remain pure. When the time came, she was bound with ropes, tied to oxen, and torn apart. Her blood-soaked ropes were then used to seal the cursed gate, protecting the nearby village. For generations, this horrifying sacrifice was a success. But one maiden broke the rules. She fell in love with a young man she glimpsed through the forest. That simple human connection tainted her purity, causing the ritual to fail catastrophically. The gateway burst open, unleashing a malevolent force. In a desperate, maddened attempt to appease the spirits, the family patriarch slaughtered everyone inside the mansion before taking his own life. The mansion and the entire village fell into ruin, haunted by the consequences of that one failed ritual. Naturally, a story this dark attracts the curious. Urban explorers, photographers, and thrill-seekers have all tried to find the mansion. Some were never seen again. Others returned, their minds shattered, babbling about hallways that shift and change, doors that slam shut, and blood that appears and vanishes on the floor. One man was found wandering the forest, covered in his own blood, muttering about an unending ritual. Another was pulled from a crawl space, where he carved the same phrase over and over: "I must repeat the ritual." The legend exploded into global consciousness with the release of the video game Fatal Frame, known in Japan as Project Zero. The game's plot, centered on a girl searching for her brother in the haunted Himuro Mansion, was marketed as being based on a true story. This masterstroke of marketing blurred fiction and reality, fueling a worldwide obsession. Players weren't just playing a game. They felt they were exploring a real, cursed place. Online forums and blogs lit up with theories, supposed eyewitness accounts, and grainy, unverified footage. Ropes appearing from nowhere, shadows moving on their own, and figures in traditional dress gliding down corridors. The legend took on a life of its own. So, does this terrifying place actually exist? The truth is complicated. While the Himuro Mansion of legend, with its bloody ritual, is likely a fabrication, it's believed to be inspired by a real abandoned location, the Mori no Hayokan, or Forest Villa, in Wakayama Prefecture. Built in the early 1900s for an industrialist, it was an opulent blend of Western and Japanese design. It was quietly abandoned in the early 2000s, with everything left behind: gold leaf screens, Meiji-era books, Art Deco furniture, all gathering dust. This real-life mansion has become a hotspot for paranormal investigators and urban explorers, and their experiences are eerily consistent. They describe sudden cold spots, the unshakable feeling of being watched, and faint laughter echoing from empty rooms. Videos show shadows moving behind curtains, lights flickering for no reason, and dusty handprints appearing on polished surfaces. While skeptics point to drafts and decay, the sheer volume of similar stories is hard to ignore. The Forest Villa has become a living legend in its own right. So why does this story grip us so tightly? The Himuro Mansion legend taps into ancient Japanese beliefs about spirits, ancestral curses, and places where the veil between our world and the next is thin. For those of us in the West, it's a type of horror that feels both foreign and deeply unsettling. Even today, people are still searching for the mansion. Some come back with viral footage that only deepens the mystery. A strange figure in a photograph, a whisper on an audio recording. They return with a piece of the story, a reminder that the mansion is never truly empty. Himuro Mansion is more than just a place. It's a vessel for our collective fear of the unknown. It might not exist as the legend tells it, but perhaps it's real in a different way, hidden in the mists of folklore, waiting for the next person brave enough to look for it. It reminds us that some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Thanks for joining us on this dive into one of Japan's most terrifying legends. If you enjoy exploring the line between myth and reality, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Vloggo Productions. Let us know in the comments if you believe the Himuro Mansion is real. Until next time, stay curious.